This is a 2008 Pontiac G6. Even with a sweet light bar bolted to the hood, this thing is the shittiest car I have ever owned as a daily driver. I'm cheap, so a buddy was scrapping this. I bought it off him. I think I put $800 in brakes and I think a power steering line. And it has just been horrible. Tons of lights go off. Dash is a Christmas tree. It's uncomfortable. I swear whoever designed it didn't even sit in it. You can't get in it without hitting your head. The seats are super uncomfortable. The bolsters dig into your thighs. Nothing is within reach. It's like they didn't even sit in the car when they designed it. From a sitting position comfortably, you can't reach the power window switches. Everything about it is just shitty. Piece of crap car. But I'm cheap, and I think I have $1,300 into it total. And I've driven it, and I've driven the bag off it for 2.5 years. And I'm done. I don't want to do it anymore. So, I bought a new car. Well, new to me car. 1989 Chevy Caprice Brougham. Fully loaded. Came off the line in the Oshawa plant with every single option. It may not look the best. As you can see, the third brake light isn't bolted down, and that's the trim for the interior light. And the body does not look good. But underneath, this Canadian car has been oil sprayed all its life. The floors are perfect. The lines are perfect. The frame is perfect. The body just couldn't defend itself against the Canadian winters and the salt and that goddamn brine they use. So, I'm going to teach myself how to do body work. And probably next spring and summer, fix this mess, make it look good. And even though I really like the old Chevy, what do they call those? Dog dish hubcaps. Gives it the old 80s cop car look. I do like them. And those are brand new Michelins that are on it. So we're going to leave those on for a while. But I think it would look good in like a set of turbines. Or maybe some slotted mags. But, and it used to be, because it was a Brougham, it had the leather top on it that went up to there, went all around the back window and there. And of course, they rust. They cause tons of rust there and there. And another one I saw had it really bad here. So the owner before me paid a shop to peel the top off, and he got the appropriate window and trim, and they fixed that. As you can see, it still has the ugly, what is that, fake plastic vinyl stuff on there. So I gotta get that off and see what kind of trim I can get to put around that so it's not so ugly. But yeah, this piece of trim I'm missing on the other side, so I gotta find that somewhere. And there is rust there under the mirror. But like I said, it is solid underneath. Oh, I didn't unlock it. Yeah, 1989. No clickers. You've got to put a key in a door and unlock it. Fully loaded. Every option. So both front and passenger, driver and passenger side have power seats. What would you call that? 4-way power or 6-way? 6-way, power windows, power door locks. There's a couple cracks in the dash. Nothing too crazy. But it just needs a good cleaning. Clean this thing really good. I got some trim and stuff to put on for the back window and upholster one piece back there. And the dome light, put the cover back on over that. And other than a few pieces of trim, like those door lips are perfect. Like, of course, you look hard enough, you'll find some little bits there and stuff, but and everything works. Every window, every door lock, the power trunk release. Like I say, it looks black because it's been oil sprayed, but like that little bit of rust there, that is it. I've been looking for 2 or 3 years for a Caprice. The wife and I must have drove, God, I can't tell you how many hours. And this was the 7th one we had gone to look at. There were other ones I didn't even have to get out of the car. You just pull up and they were just Swiss cheese. Which, when we first pulled up to this one, seeing all the rust, we weren't sure. I was afraid I was going to get underneath and the guy was a liar and it'd be rusty underneath, but it is not. He did take good care of it. There's the power trunk release. I don't know how well this will show up in the video, but no. And that's the only hole I have to fix. There's one there. It's just small. I'll just weld a patch in. Like I say, I'm not good at body work, so this will teach me, give me a lot of practice on how to do good body work. There it is. The mighty Chevrolet 305 V8. This is carbureted. He put on a new alternator. The old one seized, snapped the belt, so he put a new one on. He didn't put a new one on. He didn't do any work on this car. He took it to a body shop he trusted and a mechanic he trusted. And they did all the work. You should see the pile of receipts. Thousands of dollars he's had done to this, keeping it going. The only thing I need to do is a compressor. I turned it on to see if the air conditioning worked, and the bearing is making a racket. But then once you shut it off, it goes away. So I'm going to order some air conditioning parts, put them on, and when I take it to get it safetied, I'll get them to charge up the system. yeah, let's fire it up. So it's carbureted, and what I've learned, at least for the first few days, you do not have to touch the gas pedal. No pumping it. You just crank her and she lights. Power antenna, that still works. I think I might upgrade the deck. As much as I love the wood grain, that's classy. I might put a new one in. Where's the power button? There it is. All right, ready for the antenna. Yeah, like I say, little spots. And some year next time, and sometime next year, I know a guy in exhaust. I think she'll get some headers, some true duals, needs some shotgun pipes out the back. Every Chevy needs a nice loud exhaust. And we're still talking about it, but because they did such a nice job on the white, whatever white this is, if anyone knows offhand what the paint code for this color of white is, because we are thinking of leaving the top and the trunk white and getting the hood painted to match, and then along this line up be white, and the bottom thinking like a metallic silver or like a charcoal metallic. So bottom half and then the top half white. We also thought about painting it black front and back and the white doors so it looks like an old cop car. So many options. Ride's amazing. Floats. It's got all new coils, new shocks. It's got overdrive, so it's actually not too bad on gas. And currently has 171,000 kilometers. 171.9, so. And it came with a full tank of high test, because he believed in running high test in this car that I don't think it needed it. It's just a stock 305. I mean, sure, it's going to enjoy the high test, but it doesn't really need it. And how's that for a trunk? I can almost fit my G6 in this. Here's all the missing trim. And some missing trim from the bodywork. But when I say this thing was oil sprayed its whole life and taken care of, like, pull some of this carpet back. Like, this thing is so clean. Like I said, we went to look at 7 different Caprices. One was an Impala, an 84 Impala, but same body style. But the rot, when you get under here and look, like, that's oil. This thing is solid. It's going to make a good car. Probably be our daily driver for the next 30 years. You know, who knows what kind of upgrades for the engine and trans. I do have an old 6.2 liter Detroit diesel out of my Jimmy that needs rebuilt. The 700 R4 overdrive. That would go in this nicely, give it amazing mileage. Not going to be a powerhouse, but for these days when gas seems to be sitting at $1.50 a liter, couldn't hurt to make this thing drive down the road and get good mileage. Anyway, that's the new car. And the truck, still holding up good. It's creeping up on 400,000 K. It is rusty underneath, unlike this car. It was not oil sprayed its whole life, and it is Swiss cheese underneath. But you take care of them, and it's still going. So, you'll be seeing small updates as I do some more shit to this. Get stuff fixed, get stuff upgraded. Definitely going to need some LED bulbs, even though these work, they're a little dim. And put in some LED headlights. My drive to work's all back roads, so it can get pretty dark, and then don't want the deer sneaking up on me, so. And I think it could use a small push bar with some lights on it. I think it would look good with a push bar on it. I know it would make it a little longer. I haven't actually measured yet what she is tip to tip, but I think it would look good with a push bar and help when I need to push people out of the way.